Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn, Hate Watch Edition. That's right, today we are spoiling everything for the new Thunderbolts movie. That's right, we are gonna hate watch Marvel's Suicide Squad. Yeah, honestly, I will admit it was different enough from Suicide Squad that that's not really a fair comparison. So that was a good start. If I'm being honest, this is actually probably the best thing that Marvel has put out in a long time. It really is. And that is kind of sad. It's not quite the story I lamented the other episode about Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville, but it's up there. All right. As you can see, we are playing a little Mario Golf today. As well, I am playing as Bowser in New Donk City. We have got this on the pro course this time. So this will probably take a lot longer than it did last time. So we'll see where we're at when I run out of stuff to say about Discount Avengers here. I mean, as usual, unfortunately, it once again did fail to get me interested too much in the future, but I don't think that's happening. I'm still pretty sure I'm just making it through Endgame. Or not Endgame, Secret War. I hope I'm not. And as you can see, my cute and cuddly little co-host wants to come by and say hi. But now that I want to put him in front of the camera, he wants to run away. Oh, come on, you. I know you just want to get in the way. You don't actually want to help. This is probably a bad spot for that. So let's put it there. All right. Oh, let's special shot that. Oh. Well, I think he goes up and over, so if he doesn't, then I screwed up. Doesn't look like I screwed up. Alrighty then. So let's jump in here. Our main characters, alright. We've of course got Yelena. Straight up, not gonna lie, she looks hot as all hell in this movie. And I do like her a lot more in this movie than I did any other, so that's good. U.S. Agent returns. He is awesome. He is awesome still, so definitely says like, "Oh, you killed an innocent man." He's like, "Define innocent." I swear to God, Trump's gonna steal that quote. And there's Ghost. You probably don't remember her from Ant-Man and the Wasp, but she was there. She definitely was. All right, and we get some more Red Guardian comic relief, and quite frankly, good comic relief. Are all of these in New Donk City Par 3? I think they all are. And it's just, yeah, okay. Alright. Well, we'll again have to just see how it goes. But, oh, look at that. Bam. Be nice if I could get a hole in one on one of these. But All right. So we also get the Taskmaster, who shows up to die immediately. Nothing wrong with that at all, that whole character. That was the first absolutely ridiculous one that I can just remember post-Endgame going, what on earth is this crap? Why is the Taskmaster a woman? I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to be too upset that the Taskmaster is dead. And yes, dies very early. And then there's Bob. Or Robert. Or Sentry. Or Void. He goes through some development. Some character development. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. So let's get to the plot. Or at least the attempt at one. Basically, all of the criminals who have been working for Valentina, or as I call her, Elaine from Seinfeld. She will always be Elaine to me. All right. Anyways, so she's decided that she's gonna kill all the anti-heroes that have been working for her off screen. All right. So see, it's not Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad already happened off screen, and this is the sequel to Marvel's Suicide Squad. So take that, haters. Alrighty. So, anyways, they send them all into into the building, trying to kill each other. And one by one, it is actually a pretty funny scene. The running joke is like, I forget exactly the order, but U.S. agent runs into Yelena, and he's like, oh, I'm not here for you. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm here for you, or something. And then, like, Taskmaster shows up. It's like, I'm not here for you. I'm here for them. Like, we get it. Everybody's here for somebody and somebody different. All right? Now, this is again where Taskmaster gives us the pleasure of dying real quickly. Nice of her. But they eventually figure out that, yes, they were all set up by Valentina. And they also meet another motherfucker named Bob. Yeah. Just a second here. Alright. So Bob is a seemingly harmless nut job who is just there. Alright. Even Valentina doesn't know he's there in the in the oven room that they all just escaped from. Okay. But once she learns that Bob is there from looking at the cameras, she's like, oh shit, don't kill those guys. I don't want this guy like catching some stray bullets. Alright. So she sends them in non-lethal, and this allows the Thunderbolts, as they'll eventually come to be known, to escape. Alright. But, oops, we forgot Bob. Bob gets blown away by a firing squad with live ammo. Fortunately, they shot the only guy who ends up being bulletproof. So, good job. And then basically, after Bob gets shot by a shitload of people, he gets back up, flies off into the air, and then bam to the ground. In the meantime, Yelena and all the rest of them escape. So, meanwhile, Bucky Barnes is in Congress now because, like being a former assassin for a hostile nation doesn't disqualify you from holding office anymore. So, screw it, why not? And Bucky is sent to hunt down the Thunderbolts because, again, that's the type of job you send a congressman for. Sounds like a good idea. But then he's told by Valentina's assistant about Bob, who at this point now is going by Robert, because he's starting to get some confidence from Valentina. And she convinces Bucky to basically work with the Thunderbolts and show up, take them to Valentina. All right. Holy. Folks, I don't know about y'all, but this Mario Golf game, man, it takes some pretty incredible amount of focus. I mean, it's a nice, challenging, relaxing hobby, but it takes that focus, man, to get it right, shape that shot correctly. Luckily, tell you what, man, this shit right here, this shit is straight gamer fuel. Dubby energy drink. Right there. You gotta get yourself a tub of this stuff, bro. You just take one scoop of this into the old shaker. Alright. Alright. Then, just a second here. Of course, take that stuff, scooped into that shaker. You can get that on w.gg right there. Pour that water into there. Let it settle down for a little bit there. Let that just do for a second. While I try to sink this, but or at the very least, not make it way worse. I think I'm making it way worse. Alright, there we go. But watch this shit, man. It's gonna be like Popeye up in here, man. I'm gonna drink this dubby. And, man, it'd be like Popeye for this stuff, man. Straight up. Now that is what's happening, bro. Man, tell you what, man, as always, tell you what, y'all got to take advantage of this here offer, okay? 10% off your order of Dubby, okay? You just use the promo code TDDD and use the link in the description. 10% off your order. Plus, you're going to support Hate Watch. Don't you love supporting Hate Watch? You like that show. It's a great show. So that's W Energy Drinks. Promo code TDDD. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. I told you. That right there. Power of Dubby. That's what you gotta get if you all make shots like that. All right. Hole 9 here. I was wondering if I was gonna get through this whole thing or not, but I might. Yeah, that would be a real short back nine, but. Alrighty. So, upon arriving, Valentina introduces the team to the latest hero, stronger than all of the Avengers combined. He is a god. He used to be Bob, then he was Robert, now he is the Sentry. Alright. So basically, Sentry whoops the absolute snot out of the Thunderbolts because none of them have any sort of power set that would realistically stand a chance against him. That part makes a lot of sense. But, dab it in. But after Sentry clearly has them thoroughly embarrassed and defeated, Valentina orders Sentry to kill them, and Sentry is like, why? They ain't no threat to me. And she's like, you have to do what I say. Like, why? I'm a god. You're just that. Now, so of course, luckily, in comes Valentina's assistant with the kill switch for the Sentry program. Alright, little button, bam, boo, oop, Sentry's down. He's dead. Allegedly. Yeah, right. But, anyways, so they leave somebody to clean up the body, and then a little while later, they're like, oh shit, we just got a phone call. There's no body there from the people who were supposed to clean up the body. Oh boy. Yeah, turns out the villain's kill switch didn't work. They always have a kill switch and it never works. Alright, so the Thunderbolts are kind of on the run at this point. Not really sure what to do because they just got their asses handed to them by a villain they stand no chance against. But then, oh shit, what looks like to be the dark silhouette of Bob, Robert, Sentry, or whoever starts appearing to fly over New York City. And it seems to be just disappearing people. Yes, now we are introduced to the Void. Ooh. Yeah. So basically now he's just running around, like I said, New York City, just pointing at people and they disappear. Pretty terrifying. Again, not really realistic that this group of heroes would be the ones to take this down, but alright. So, eventually, the team is literally like stuck inside of Bob's mind. Alright, and they're fighting their inner demons. Because everything, like every fucking villain in goddamn Marvel history, really just needs therapy. Like trauma. That's the real villain, I guess. Alright. We also get a nice scene of a guy in a chicken suit beating shit out of people while he's on meth. That was interesting. Alright. And then, well, Bob runs into himself, the Void self. Oh, look at that. Hole in one for you. That's cool. Good for you. Alright. So Bob. Ugh. Yeah, so Bob basically gets in a fight with himself, anyways. Beats the crap out of himself, takes control, and Void is no more. Sentry's under control. Bob's under control. Bob's good. Alright. So they come back out, and Valentina is waiting for them. And as soon as they walk from the other side of the curtain, they are introduced as the New Avengers. Alright. Yeah, that's one way to get out of this, I suppose. Yep. Screen even has a nice little logo, the New Avengers. So, I mean, I don't really know where they're going with this one. It sounds like they want to go somewhere with this, but they don't know where to go. We are then, of course, treated to a nice mid-credit scene where Red Guardian is on the Wheaties box. Good for him. It's not like he's on a dubby tub. That would be impressive. Get on a dubby tub, Red Guardian. And then the end credit scene is the end credit scene has basically we learn that Sam Wilson is suing the New Avengers because apparently he's highly litigious. And apparently even Bucky can't talk him out of it. Wow, that sucks for that. Then we are treated to an end credits, we're still in the end credit scene. It's actually a pretty long end credit scene. But we see an interdimensional spaceship appear. And it has a giant 4 on the side of it. Oh boy. What could that mean? Yeah, I think we all know that means Fantastic Four. Especially since that's the next movie. Let's see if I can. What is this crap? Oh. She special struck me. That's why. My. All right. So, folks, final thoughts on this. I mean, as I said, this is probably the best Marvel movie that's come out in years. I'd even say it was better. I'll say I enjoyed it more than Guardians of the Galaxy 3, even. So, and that was the best thing to come out in years. I even put it above, well, I don't know, Loki was pretty good, but the whole Krang thing kind of puts a damper on it. You know what? I'll put it equal with Loki. Definitely equal with Loki. That's where I'll land on it. Well, all right, folks. I do believe that, well, actually, as usual, folks, as always, be sure you hit the old like and subscribe button. If you're watching this we are available on TikTok, George Bush Camp Jr. We're on Facebook, George Bush Camp Jr. YouTube is the Daily Dose of Dawn. Whichever one you're watching this on, make sure you head on over to the other and subscribe to the others. Now, we are also on Spotify in limited quantity, as you know. Just going to be mostly the Hate Watch edition, so this episode will be on Spotify, but it will probably be cut short. Alright? And the reason is because once I run out of the other things to talk about, it gets a bit dead spacey, and that's not what Spotify is really for, at least I don't think. So, if you are watching this on Spotify, and you really want to know how the last hole or two ends up, you'll probably have to tune into YouTube to see that. Alrighty. But, as always, folks, keep up to date with what's going on with your daily dose of dawn. Alright. I'll probably say that again. I'll probably cut it off for Spotify there. And then. Yeah. So if you're still with us watching on YouTube, thank you for that. We got 3 holes left, so not really enough to bother with the back 9 edition. Man, she is kicking the crap out of me at this. Last one I actually won on the amateur. I won in the end. What the hell was wrong with them? Oh. We're at hole 17. I guess all of New Donk City is par 3s. Swear to you, folks, I'm gonna figure this out again. Oh, no, not good. No. Oh, I got my special shot for the last hole, at least. And she's gonna take her birdie. Bam! Yeah. Bowser's kind of wasted on this par 3s. What do you think you're doing here? Yeah, special shot, Bowser. Fire. Rosalina with a nice birdie. And let's see if I can make the birdie. Nope, I'm gonna make par. Ain't that crap? Alrighty, folks. Oh, and there we are. Rosalina has taken me out. Alright, folks. Once again, keep up to date with what's going on with the Daily Dose of Dawn.